What's going on, guys? It's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video. It was a real long time since I streamed, but I got that taken care of on Saturday of last weekend. So hopefully this will hold you over for a little bit longer. Today is going to be the first of probably a massive series, just like our Ragnarok series that we had going. This one will be the Entropia Universe beginner guides, and also more than likely just me playing my everyday Entropia. But I did want to make a point to come out with some beginner videos. I know there's actually a couple that are available out there, but there's not really too many Entropia channels that are too in-depth and continue to post lots of material. And I think that since we've gotten our streaming situation and recording situation fixed up, why not start building up our own little library of information. So I figured we'd start out at the as low as we can go. Well, not as low as we can go, but I'm not going to build a new character because A, it's a good rule to know that it is illegal to have multiple accounts in Entropia Universe because it does create an unfair advantage. So we'll just throw back on our noob gear and go hunt some noob stuff. And that's a second part of Entropia that's very important to know, is that no matter how high you get, no matter what level you are, you can always go back and hunt like you're a noob, and it's as beneficial, if not more beneficial, to hunt that way at a higher level because you have much higher skills and a lot of in-depth knowledge about the game. Looks like Calypso's taking a little bit to load. Typically loads extremely fast except for when I am recording or streaming, so the game is ginormous, which does not help with the loading. But I don't know, do we want to go down to these small ones? Yeah, we'll go down to the very small. I'm going down here because we're going back to the roots. So the first thing we're going to do in Entropia is the most basic form of hunting in a non-extremely detrimental way. This will be called Swunting. It is a funny name, and it's a boring and tedious activity, but you will learn in Entropia that the more tedious something is, and don't back up towards turrets. That's another rule. So, the more tedious something is in Entropia, the more profitable it's probably going to be in the long run. The only thing you'll notice that's a little bit different from my character now than when you start in the game is you won't have any of the guns that I have right now. I have a level 13 gun called the X3, Zentek Rifle X3, which is not a bad gun. But the starter gun, if you buy the starter pack, is the Z12 Barbarella. Other than that, you're given what these Solomate Rubios, and these creatures, the Punies that you kill in the beginning, do drop those same guns, so you have a chance to get them back. You can also buy just regular old little guns from the trade terminal. It's also known as the TT in-game. So for right now, we'll start off with the Z12 without the amp. There is an amp that comes with the starter pack as well called the ZX Syncatus. It adds 2 damage, it has excellent durability, which means it only goes down, I think, 1 peck per shot, which gives you 520 active uses of the gun, which is not very many for an amp. It's actually kind of disappointing, so it does cause an issue when you get out of the low levels to where you start repairing quite often. The other thing you'll notice is that I have these little buffs down here, and all these little buffs come from these rings that I have been so unlucky as to never been able to get them out of the boxes in game, even though I bought way too many and it's too embarrassing to say. But I have not gotten any of my own rings, so I've had to buy these rings. I have the Ares ring improved for increased attack. Gives you higher crit chance, higher crit damage, and also faster reload, and the 8th Nick is a defensive gun, or defensive ring. Evade, dodge, jamming, and decrease critical attacks. Last thing, but not least, is our most important tool of Swunting. This is the VSE MK1, which is your sweating tool. It is the only tool that you don't have to repair at Entropia. It's completely free to use, and yeah, it's basically the only thing you can do that doesn't cost any money at all. So get on your newbie gear, get your sweating tool, find yourself a nice creature in some partial seclusion, and start your sweater up. You'll notice that it didn't look like I clicked or equipped anything. It's because I have mine set up to hotkeys right now to To set up hotkeys in Entropia, you want to go to G, which will bring up your keyboard. L goes into edit mode, and I brings up your inventory. You will see we were lucky enough to get a pull of 4 sweat on our first successful pull. The amount of sweat you can pull from a creature pulls on a basis of its health, so if this creature has 10 health, we can pull 10 sweat before it runs out. You'll see in the little status window that that's amazing. We actually got some combat reflexes from sweating, which is awesome because combat reflexes is one of the greatest skills. It gives you dodge and evade, and those correlate to how often you dodge close range attacks for evade, long range attacks for dodge, and the less damage you take under armor, the less money you're going to have to spend, less you'll have to heal, less you'll have to spend repairing your tool. Dodge and evade are huge. You can see that when I get hit by the creature, it breaks my concentration and stops me from gathering sweat. And the goal of Swunting is that it's a sweating and hunting at the same time. If you're too poor to have any ammo at all, you're going to have to sweat, or you're going to have to walk around for fruits and stones, which we'll definitely do in another episode that we'll need to set aside much more time for, because gathering resources takes a long time. It's very difficult and completely random to find. But gathering sweat is always active. The higher level your sweat skills get, the more often you'll be able to pull sweat from a creature. When I started out, it was not this often that I would get a successful pull, so it could take quite a while. The great thing about sweating is that it does increase your skills, so you get an overall skill increase, and that helps if you are being mentored by someone, like these disciples of mine. Skills correlate to your achievement of mentorship. And once you complete mentorship, you get a full set of adjusted armor. Pixie if you are on Calypso, and Musca if you are on Arcadia. So what we'll do is we hunt the creature, well, we swunt the creature, sweating it out until it is out of sweat, and then it gives you the message, you cannot acquire any more sweat from this creature. So now we have literally withdrawn all of the available resources from this creature that we know exist. Now it is time to gamble and shoot it with this gun, which takes 205 ammo per shot, so that is 0.02 ped, 2 peck per shot, and then a repair of probably around 0.01, so 1 peck each. So one shot of that took it down 7.8 health, and then we'll put on the Rubio because it is low and we don't want to overkill it. 2 shots from a Rubio, 73 ammo each, about 150 burn there. Luckily, we got a Nova Fragment, which is pretty much worthless. So that gamble would have literally ended in 0, but since we were swunting, we got 10 sweat out of it. And sweat, although it is not worth much, it is worth 1.5 ped per 1,000. Got to do a lot of swunting to make it worth it, but it is the only way to minimize your risk. Other than that, make sure that you sell all of your items in the auction house at markup, and you will also minimize your risks. But this is swunting, and I would definitely recommend that right when you start the game, don't just go wild like that guy shooting them on the beach with his rocket launcher, or emptying your clip into the first thing you see. Take your time. Swunt it out. Get some skills. We got athletics. Athletics gives you health, which is arguably the most important thing to have. And yeah, it gives you sweat, so eventually you'll be able to make 1.5 ped off of that, and that's a pretty decent amount of ammo when you think about it, because we're pulling off not even a peck a shot with the Rubio. And when you die, so be it. You die. You lose nothing in Entropia when you die. You have to wait 10 seconds to respawn. Go back to your beach, sweat it out again, shoot the creature, hopefully get your loot. After this sweat pull, we'll kill this one last one. And it was a nice sweat pull at that. Oh, look at that. 2 back-to-back. Come on, be 3 more again. We got it. We emptied this creature out. Let's kill it. 1 shot from the Barbarella. 2 from the Rubio. And we get 0.4, which is actually more than it cost to kill it. It was... Actually, 0.4 is or 0.04. It's probably around exactly what it cost to kill it. So that 10 sweat was profit there. That's good stuff. So, minimize your risks. Play slow. Play fun. Play tedious. And enjoy Entropia Universe. It's an old game, and I'm just now finding out it exists, and I've been playing obsessively for the last 7 months. So it's worth a shot. Take it out, and be sure to stick around. I'll have more videos coming out soon. Take it easy, guys.